Important day at the State House, American Academy of Pediatrics. We're there talking to our state lawmakers, including Dr. Deborah Greenhouse, who works so hard to advocate for kids. And I have to ask you, because it was a very concerning press release that came out from the FBI and then Attorney General Alan Wilson about this trend, the 764 movement that targets teens online. Don't even want to go into details, but they're doing frightening things. What warning signs do we look for in our kids to see that they might be targeted by a group like this?
Things that you might see from a child or a teen who's being targeted in any kind of online scam, online threats, would be a sudden change in their behavior. The teen who suddenly becomes anxious, suddenly becomes depressed, thoughts of self-harm, acts of self-harm, cutting, anything like that, suddenly becoming very withdrawn, suddenly doing poorly in school, becoming more fearful. These are bad things. All of these issues online have existed for a while, but what we're seeing now with some of these groups is a much more organized, adult-driven, almost cult-like scenario where they are literally targeting children and adolescents, and it is just awful. And parents truly need to be aware that these things are going on, and they really need to be paying attention to what their kids are doing online, what they are doing on their phones.
And you can always ask your good pediatrician for help, right?
Absolutely. Always,
right.
Honestly, always reach out to your pediatrician. They're going to know about these trends as they happen. And they will have resources to help with all of these things.
And don't forget your well visits, because then the doctors kick you out of the room to get that moment to talk alone with your children, the good ones. All right, thank you so much for being with us and for advocating for kids today at the State House, Dr. Greenhouse. Erica?